Good morning, you beautiful people. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. Today, I want to talk about why I play the games that I do. On a basic standard level, a video game must present a challenge and the tools to overcome that challenge. And the marriage between those two mechanics are what makes a game enjoyable to me. For example, in Doom, the challenge is to kill all of the demons, and the tools you have are literally the guns in your hand. With God of War, the challenge is exploration and again surviving the enemies, and the tools are, of course, your movesets. In Smash Brothers, the challenge is fighting off your opponent against his movesets, and your tools are your own movesets and attacks. In Metroid, the challenge is exploration and bosses and puzzle solving, and the tools, of course, are your abilities and the different expansions that you find. And that leads us to zombies. In zombies, the challenge is to survive the rounds against hordes and hordes of increasingly difficult zombies. And the tools that we have are the weapons and the perks that we get. However, Zombies has this really fantastic, genius thing about it where every single game is a restart of this little power fantasy. Every game you start off with nothing. Every game you start off at the weakest point that you will ever be. And in a stroke of genius, the way you get stronger and gain abilities, i.e. a bigger tool set, is by killing zombies and surviving zombies. So therefore the challenge becomes the tool you need to overcome that challenge so that you can get even more tools, and this really makes zombies a fun, addicting game mode. It is one of the best positive feedback loops that I have experienced in gaming. Start with nothing, you kill zombies, you get a weapon, you kill more zombies to get more points to unlock a pack-a-punch, which lets you have a stronger weapon, which allows you to kill even bigger, badder zombies, which allows you to get more points, which allows you to get more perks and more abilities, and this has been the case ever since Nacht der Untoten. And as the Zombies game mode adapts, matures, and evolves, this is the same principle that they use. However, the thing that changes is the challenges, and of course, the tools of which we have to overcome those challenges. Speak to nearly anybody about the Zombies game mode today, and they'll say that it's come a long way since World at War, and it's just simply not the same game. This is because there are so many different challenges and so many different tools. It's not just zombies and basic weapons, it's boss zombies, big zombies, mutant zombies, but it's also not just weapons, it's wonder weapons, specialist weapons, special pieces of equipment, different perks, different traps, different everything. This has become a much bigger game. However, luckily, it has still stayed true to that positive feedback loop. That positive feedback loop is why I am continually entertained by zombies to this day. Even going into the insanely high rounds, 50s, 60s, 70s, all the way up to the hundreds, where people are like, how can you be so entertained? It's so boring just running around in circles. Well, it still has that positive feedback loop. It still has that survivability. With every single round, with every single horde of zombies, you get a little puff of adrenaline, a little puff of dopamine that makes you satisfied and happy and excited to continue on overcoming the next challenge. You'll notice that the zombies maps that are unpopular and the ones that the community doesn't like are the ones that stray far away from this positive feedback loop. The most obvious here is Transit. Transit's feedback loop is not direct. The challenge is far bigger than the rewards or tools that it gives you because you have to put in a significantly larger amount of effort to get the tools, to get your weapons, to get your perks, to get the pack-a-punch than it usually does in a regular zombies game. However, the challenge stays the same. The challenge of surviving is there, but the tools and the ability to get the tools in Transit is far more difficult. Thus, a lot of people don't like Transit. Maps like Zetsubo no Shima and Origins with lengthy and involved upgrade and setting up processes also can be looked upon in a negative light because of the fact that the tools take too long to equip to overcome the challenge. However, the opposite is also true in maps like Revelations and Buried, where the challenge is nearly non-existent or not really that important because the tools are so easy to get. It makes the map boring and uninteresting because there is no challenge. Recent maps like Gorod Krovi as well as Dead of the Night really strike in my heart as one of the best escalation maps that we've had. There are lots of challenging things about both of these maps. In Gorod Krovi, you have the Valkyries and the Manglers, and the fact that it's just so close quarters that it makes surviving very difficult, a huge challenge. However, you also have an incredibly overpowered shield, a very powerful specialist, and a very powerful wonder weapon, all fairly easy and simple, straightforward to get. So here we have a perfect balance of challenge and tools to overcome that challenge. This is much the same of Dead of the Night. There are a lot of challenges here. The werewolves, the vampires, the different types of zombies, the mutated zombies, the catalyst zombies, and the fact that this is just a plain close quarters map. However, you have Alistair's Annihilator, you have the crossbow, you have the stake, you have your own specialist weapon. There are a lot of tools that you can have to overcome that challenge. And with every single map that is going to be released and that has been released, this is the delicate dance that the developers have to implement. The challenge and the tools to overcome that challenge. You want enough challenge to make it interesting, but you need enough tools to make the player in charge of their own success. I love playing zombies because I am addicted to its gameplay. I love the escalation. I love getting perks. I love getting pack-a-punch. I love getting wonder weapons and overcoming these challenges round after round after round. That is why I love zombies. That's why I love this game mode, and that's why I love games in general. I'm curious to know your thoughts on this. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, it helps me out, and subscribe if you want more of this sort of content. And until the next absolutely beautiful Zombies morning, I'll catch up with you guys later. And as always, stay beautiful.